We are live. Might have just had a little bit of a false start. I'm not really sure. But we're live, baby. Hopefully the volume is good. I got my boy here with me, Rex. Say what's up, Rex. Maybe I should teach him to speak when I do that. When I tell him to say what's up. Say what's up. That'd be kind of funny. Hi. He's looking at me like, man, do you got any beef or what? Show me the beef. That's all he cares about. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday, Friday Eve. And I am on a little bit early. I'm only going to go for about a half hour today. I got some other stuff to do. You know, that's the way life goes. But the goal is to always be here every single day around power hour time. Let's just call it that. I'll make sure to at least pop up for a little bit so I can give you guys my thoughts. Take a look at any stocks you guys want to look at. And yada yada. You know the drill. So far the market is looking pretty good though. Coming up after yesterday's, 2 days ago now. Filled that gap completely. Yeah, just barely, but we filled that gap just in 2 days. I actually thought it was going to take a little bit longer than that, so fast. Now 690.15, if you guys recall, has been a pretty solid support and resistance line for a while, so I'm expecting it to turn to support here unless it breaks and doesn't close above it. But if we close above it, I think it'll be a pretty good support. All right, I kind of got a Rex cam. Hold on. Bear with me here. Excuse me. All right, let's see if this works. He's just being silly right now. Rex, say hi. He's just playing with his ball. Look how big he's getting, though. Doesn't even fit in the screen. It's huge. Yeah, I know. I need to clean the floor in here a little bit. Gets messy so fast with this guy destroying stuff. Good boy. Good boy. It is so cold. It's only 50 degrees in here. And obviously he's used to being in the house. So he's cold too, I'm sure. It's not really phasing him. Anyways, that's enough of Rex for now. Just thought I'd let you guys know. I did kind of figure out the camera for him. It's just my phone, but I don't know. It works. It works. It's easier than holding them up. So the market is selling off. Rex distracted us. Selling off. I am holding this pile right here. About to sell that. And it's just been... I should not be trading off camera because I need to just make it a hard rule. So I'm just going to kind of reset and make it a hard rule so all my trades are on camera. It makes it just easier. Shows you guys everything. The problem with that is there's not that much potential or... sorry, I shouldn't say that. There is less opportunity during power hour typically. It's better to get in during the start of the day. That's how I prefer trading in the morning. So, you know, I'll try to jump on super early sometimes, maybe pre-market. It's harder for me to do that consistently, though, to be honest. But as far as daily goes, I think we'll do something like that alongside just investing in just cheap stocks that I think could start to perform well or stocks that are, you know, oversold and things like that. So, for example, I was taking a look at Under Armour earlier. Hold on a second. Man, that freaked me out. It was like the UPS driver had like talk radio blasted. It was so loud I think you guys could hear it. I just had to pull my cameras. I thought I was gonna go have smack someone around. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So anyways, didn't mean to look at Roblox. God. I was like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? Sorry. But seriously, that's what I was thinking. So sorry for the abrupt, literally disappearance. Now, I brought some, and I don't even want to say it. I'm going to spell it BEF strips. He knows the word too well. But right now, he's keeping himself busy with this tennis ball, so I like that. Anyways, Under Armour. Take a look at it. The 15-minute, I mean, you could see it's starting to have a nice uptrend, and not even starting. Look at the daily. Filled this gap from August when it sold off. And earnings are February 6th. So they're coming up. Hi, Rex. They're coming up soon. It just got dead silent in here because my heater turned off. It's a whopping 50.7 degrees too, so I keep it low. I don't want to be sweating out here, but I mean, it's like freezing outside, so I don't also need to be freezing in here. 37 degrees. But anyways, Under Armour looks like it could start to retrace back to its previous levels, but it is at resistance. So I think to start this off, this whole new series, and maybe I'll make it official and give it a proper thumbnail and everything, but I think it'd be cool. It's a cool idea, something I've also wanted to do for a while. And this just might be the best way to go about it. And that's, basically a $20 or small account challenge where you just slowly add to it and build on, whether that's with day trading or just, adding a little bit more money to your account. And we can track this throughout the year and see how big the account grows while also day trading options with $20 of liquid cash. So we'll keep it like that and then also invest in small companies on top of that. So grow it that way. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll keep us busy, especially on those days where the market's not doing much. Give us some other things to really look for. So I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited about all that. Not going to lie. But it is cold in here right now. That's the truth. He's just staring at this tennis ball like it's about to do something. Whew. Got my good friend DC here today. Yep. I'm a Diet Coke drinker. It reminds me of my great grandpa. R.I.P. Grandpa. He loved Diet Coke. When I was a little kid, I didn't know there's caffeine in it. I would literally be drinking those things all night. I remember several times staying up till like 6 in the morning when I was like, 8 to 10. Just playing Nintendo 64. Living it up. Playing on my Game Boy. Playing Pokemon Red. Just sipping on those Diet Cokes because I was the only pop in the house. So I was like, heck yeah. They just get it by the case. You know how grandparents are. But Under Armour, okay. Distracting myself. Now the market's selling off. Hour 15 left in the day. I don't think anything crazy will happen. Don't think so. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it, you guys. Please subscribe if you're new here. Just trying to get this live stream ball rolling. It is a tough one. It's a doozy. I'm sure it would help if I stream like 4 hours a day, but I mean, I just don't have that time, you know? I'm not that guy. One day. So here we go. If we don't hold support around 689, it's not looking strong. 690.15, I wouldn't declare it as support. Yeah, I'd still call it resistance, like I was saying. And that's why I didn't change this line from red to green. I did, however, change, all of these were green. And then I changed them red. I've been kind of flip-flopping them. I deleted a couple of them, too. Hi, Rex. Oh, my gosh. This is so cold. So cold. About to hook him up, though. About to hook him up real good. Just got to make sure he stays down. And doesn't drop the mic. He's so cute. Alright, hold on. You guys have to see him right now. He's got a piece of paper in his mouth. I know he's not supposed to eat this. And he won't. He just likes to play with it. Ah, he moved. Dang it. He's staring at me because he knows a treat's coming. Oh, okay. I said the word. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. Look at him. You want a treat? Good boy. So funny. This dude will do anything for treats. Won't ya? Stay down. Sit. Rex, sit. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, in case you guys are wondering what this guy's getting. 100% beef for this guy. And I don't talk about it, but I'm actually a vegetarian. I have been for like 10 years. So, I'm just not the type to preach about it. I'm not some douchebag. But yeah. But, I still give my dog beef strips, of course. Of course. I'm sure there's some assholes out there that are vegetarians and that's like animal abuse. Anyways, that's the kind of guy I am. Does that smell good? Sit. Good boy. He's like, no, don't put it in the tire. It's so hard to get out of there. Good boy. Don't do it. Alright. Where were we? Oh my gosh, my hands are cold. They're so cold. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully I think this will be kind of quiet. I need to thaw my hands out. Oh yeah, it looks like it's not even picking it up. Whew. Literally thawing out right now. I almost need mittens. God. Imagine me sitting here with mittens on. Disgusting. What's up, guys? So we're just looking at SPY, watching the trends in my mittens. I guess I should show you what he's working with now. What you got, Rex? So I put the strip in that tire. Now he's trying to get it out. So that's what's up. Alright. Looking at SPY. It's quiet out there today, you guys. It's quiet. It's all good. I swear whenever it's quiet, I'm looking at chat. Whenever you guys are in there, I miss it. I look like 10 minutes later. I'm like, damn. That was messed up. Should have seen that. It is cold outside. My oh my. Okay, so let's go back to... Oh, I didn't realize this was on TQQ. This is another thing, if you want to buy something to hold. We'll see how much money we put in here. Maybe we'll pick up a share of this too, just to ride the markets. This is something that I have in long term that I definitely recommend everyone have. TQQQ, not a financial advisor, but if you're not feeling like the market moving a couple percent is enough for you, take a look at Q. It moved 2% today versus SPY versus Q moving 0.77. So it's triple Q, no pun intended, but that's what it is. And if you want to short it, you can go with SQQQ. Let's see what that's at right now. 66. And they try to keep them pretty level. Once one of them is, like 20 and the other's 100, they usually split and do a reverse split. And then they kind of even back out. So once you watch them long term, you'll see. Or if you look at the long term chart, you'll be like, this is kind of weird. That's what's going on. Oh, let's just change this back to Q. Although it is the same chart, so it doesn't really matter. Think we're finding support. Oh, you got it. Good job, Rex. Look how happy he is now. Good boy. Dude loves those things. All right. Not much going on. I'm gonna be on here for about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Then I got to get to some other stuff. But let's take a look at UA. And I'm not talking about a urinary analysis. We're talking Under Armour. And do we think Under Armour is oversold in the long term? Look at the squeeze. Look at the RSI. Interesting. So RSI at oversold territory, while the TTM squeeze looks like it's just kind of getting warmed up. But like I said, there is heavy resistance here. So let's just do some analysis, because we are going to start probably buying some Under Armour. I think this might be one of the first ones we look at. Also Ford. Let me see. I made a list of some. Uno momento, por favor. Just pulling up some of these. Heyo. eBay alerts, you guys. eBay alerts. Been on eBay a lot lately. I'm not even going to start getting into it. I'm going to leave basically anything related to Pokemon. I'm going to make separate content for, or make it, I'll make it designated. I don't want to freaking catch anyone off guard. But damn. Growth stocks under 20 to watch right now. Let me see here. So Ford I like, but I'm not sure about the levels at the point. So I want to go through a lot of these stocks and then mark where we want to buy them. And maybe we just want to average in over a period of time. With earnings coming up, that would be interesting on Under Armour. That could be a huge day, up or down. SPY selling off. I'm just dumping this thing. Quit playing games with my heart. Ooh, whoa. All right. Now, the problem with trading outside of when I'm streaming is because I'll be busy and not manage the trade like I would do efficiently if I just waited till I was online. Online? What year is it? I don't know why it came out like that. You gonna be online later? Oh my god. That's crazy. That's a crazy sentence I haven't heard in a long time. Long time. Oh no. going on with my green screen, Rex? What's going on over there, man? Alright, back to Under Armour, though. Brr. 51.4. Catching up with me. Catching up. For the first, like, 15 minutes or so, your body warmth kind of carries you through it, and then after a while, you're just like, alright, everything is cold. Everything is not awesome. I'm cold. Selling. Grab those puts. Grab them while they're hot. I would say right now would be a good time for end of day put. Maybe 1 day till expire to be safe, but ride that downtrend. I don't have much buying power right now. Nothing worth it. We're just going to move forward with resetting and starting that small portfolio. And Under Armour will likely be the first one. Now I keep getting distracted. Market's throwing me off. And now Rex is well, he's back to playing with his tennis ball. Let me just fix that since he keeps moving my curtain. There we go. At least he's not chewing on it though, right? That was the problem. For just a little bit. Not even really a problem. He didn't even damage it at all. But he was nibbling. And I could see the temptation. He's staring at that tennis ball like it's going to do something. Alright. So back to our technical analysis on UA. No, not the University of Alabama. No, not urinary analysis. We're talking Under Armour. I don't know if I just put that trend line there. I feel like I might have. Let's see here. I almost want a bigger screen for this. Yeah. Alright, now you can see better. I think it was just frozen for a second for you. My apologies. My sincerest apologies. Chasing that ball. Chasing that dragon. Oh my gosh. It is so cold. Distractingly cold. I don't want to keep whining about it. But damn. Under Armour. Little gap up overnight. Resistance at 640. Let's zoom out more here. Honestly, might be worth looking at the weekly since we are looking at basically doing a whole year challenge to see what we can grow this to. Trump sues JP Morgan Chase and CEO Jamie Dimon for $5 billion. Breaking news. You heard it here first. Breaking news. All right. I don't really know what he's doing, but he's finally in an area that I tried to make for him, but he refused to accept as a chill area. Which is just it's like a little cave. He can't play around too much in there, but it'd be a sweet spot to hang out and lay, Try not to make eye contact. He's doing well at entertaining himself. Okay, where was I, you guys? Don't let me get distracted. We're looking at UA, and then we'll look at I might just look at UA today. We'll see. We'll see. So, Under Armour, where could it be in a year from now? Where could it be? Rex is staring at that ball. We are at resistance, like I've been saying. But if we break resistance, the next level of resistance to watch for is 7. So we could see a decent move back to 7. Let's draw another horizontal trend line right here. Around 7. Yeah, 7 and some change. Seems to be, it's a psychological level too. Of course, just being a solid dollar amount. But that's going to be resistance. And so is this. Now let's change this to the daily. Change this to the John Daily, and that's where I would draw it. Really, 640. You can see that was previous resistance here, right before a big sell-off in April. And then that was support level, and then it broke support to a huge gap down. So I'm going to say that's a pretty deep red level of resistance. There we go. And the 7, once it hits there, if there's momentum and the earnings are good, we could see it continue trend. But if the earnings are bad, February 5th, so yeah, we'll probably start building position before then. It's only January 22nd. So we'll get in this probably before earnings. Take a little bit of a risk here. We might risk $1. But that might give us a better buying opportunity to hold. So we'll see how the earnings look. It's Under Armour. It's not going anywhere. I remember when Under Armour first came out when I was in middle school. And it's just, I'm surprised it is what it is. What's the market cap of 1.89 billion? But look where it's been. 2015. I don't know what happened. Why was 2015 its peak year? I don't know. We're just starting to dive into the Under Armour analysis, really. So we'll see. We'll go deeper. Maybe we'll find out that maybe we don't want to buy it. But as of this moment, this will probably be one of the first ones we add to this small port challenge. And any other ones. Ford we can look at real quick. Take a gander at Ford. Whoa, I got a lot of old trend lines on here. Oh boy. Yeah, I do like Ford. If I could get it anywhere between 10 and 14, I'd be pretty happy to hold for the year. It could sell off and then bounce around 11 or 10. But I think it will hold. I do think it will hold. We'll have to take a look at the numbers. Look at that cap, though, 53 billion. And let's delete a lot of these old trends. No need to confuse anyone. I don't remember when I drew this. It was a long time ago. Well before we hit this level. So it is interesting when you draw things out and you just leave them. If you go back, you're like, oh, wow. Played out. It played out. So Ford might be the next one. We'll see. Now we are stepping into power hour here. Let's just take a quick look at the market. Don't want to leave you guys hanging with no thoughts on what's going on today. But if support doesn't hold here around 688.50, just watch for us to pull back and probably, consolidate and build support between 684.80, 685. And 688. We might just chop around in that zone, build support, and then continue trend from there. We'll see. As long as there's nothing wild in the news. For all I know, tomorrow we're going to hear about USA taking over Greenland. I don't even know. I don't think the market would like that, though. So always be prepared. Always have a plan for up, for down, and make sure you have that plan before you get in that trade. That's what's important, and stick to your plan. That's how you build self-trust. It's so important when you tell yourself you're going to cut losses here. That's when you do it. Even though it hurts, just build up that muscle, that callus, and get used to it. And that's how you'll save your port and continue to lock in those gains. So thank you so much for being here today. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new here. And I'll let you guys see Rex one more time. Maybe. He's kind of losing it here. Hold on. Rex. Look at him. Rex, what are you doing? Rex. Hi. Can you say bye? Can you say bye? All right. Thank you so much. Hope you stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.